Hello, I have a movie review of Lady Coco starring Lola Falana. I believe they said it was in 1975, and it's available on YouTube. There was a YouTube video called Otis and Lola Falana, which said that Lola Lola's birth name was Lolita, and that she said that she was not black. Now, I don't know what's true or false, but I believe they said it was quoted maybe in Rolling Stone magazine or, wherever, So I was a little surprised to see that. Um, I worked with a Hispanic lady named Lolita, so I've heard the name before. Um, let's see. Lola Falana used to come on The Tonight Show. She was known for her voluptuous figure and general sexiness. She eventually claimed that Johnny Carson had helped to blackball her, and I know she was on with Johnny many times. I always look forward to seeing her. I think she did a Jerry Lewis telethon with one of her signature tight dresses on. And I remember she came to the Warner Theater in Washington, D.C., and it at the time cost $15, which was considered a lot of money at the time. And I remember a lady working at a temp organization said, "Is she that important?" You know, and I got something online that said at one time she was the highest paid show in Las Vegas, which is easy to believe because she was popular in Las Vegas. I've seen her on the Tonight Show with a lot of, I guess you call it mascara and eye makeup and whatnot. Um, she eventually caught multiple sclerosis and eventually became a preacher. So let's talk about this movie. She was very foul mouthed and she played someone who was going to be an informant on her mobster pimp boyfriend. And a deal was made with the government uh, to get her out of the jail so that she could tell on her pimp boyfriend, whatever. Um, they had a light skinned cop that she eventually was kissing in the room, and then he told her to put her clothes on and that he couldn't finish it. But see, now she was persistent, like what remind me from the 16th chapter of Judges in the Bible, where Delilah just kept pressing Samson until he finally gave in. So later in the movie, they did have uh, a scene, a love-making scene. Um, So let's see. She kept insisting, and she was just being very difficult with them and the cops. And if they wouldn't acquiesce to her demand, she threatened to go back to the slammer and not tell on her pimp. Um, so she insisted on going downstairs at the casino to have dinner. And they kept telling her that that could be dangerous, but she insisted. So the white lieutenant told, I think his name was Doug, the police, to go on and have the dinner with her. Now, the credits said that Mean Joe Greene was one of the actors. Now, I'm wondering if he was that fearsome looking black dude that was basically trying to kill her. I know she saw him and he had this stern look on his face and she was very frightened. And then eventually she got locked in her room. And then Eddie, the mobster, was there. It's a wonder. And she was like, was being very friendly and affectionate to him. But it's still a wonder why she wouldn't think that, he was out to get her. And she told him, well, she never really was going to testify against him. And she was his woman and this, that, and the third, as the hipsters say. So eventually there was a car chase, and Doug gave the lieutenant, said, let me have your gun, because mine ran out of ammunition. And because there were people chasing them. So I don't know whether you could think in terms of whether they got enough distance between them that they couldn't have seen Lola and Doug get out of the car, and then they went over to get over to a boat that Doug said he had some friends and he wanted to hide. I forgot Lola's character name. Lola on that. So there was some gunfire and it was a little confusing. And then eventually Doug had told the lieutenant that he was in a different boat and that the lieutenant had killed the gangsters. And then, like, he was threatening to turn him in. And the guy says, well, I'll put my 18 years of clean police service against you and what this cunt called Lola cunt had to say. So the guy says, well, you're right. I couldn't win in court, but I could let it be believed that you killed Eddie's henchmen and or known, and then they would be out to get you. So the old expression is there's more than one way to skin a cat. So that was, the end of the movie. I usually like to think about anything extra I might have to say. Uh, I think that's about it. I think the Lakers are supposed to play tonight.